So this reminds me of last week's update, when I was about to record my update video and then Jagex when it did something unexpected. This time round, they just turned off old school RuneScape servers so you couldn't log on. And the reason they did this was because when they tried nerfing, or what they did nerf, RD Knights, there was a glitch, unintentionally, heck there's a lot of people in the clan chat today. There was a glitch where basically if you killed another player and they dropped barrels gloves or something that would convert to cash, there's a calculation that's meant to check if that cash is over max cash stack, and if so then do something, but the logic or the code was wrong. So in case where someone died for barrels gloves when they're meant to drop like 65k, instead they dropped max cash stack. And this would happen to any item that converted to cash on death, or cash in general, I think. This wasn't extensively tested because as soon as it was discovered, they shut down the old school servers like 20 minutes after the update. So at the time, as you can imagine, there's now like a bunch of people with max cash stacks running around, and so Jakeyosaurus did an appropriate thing, like I said, and shut off the servers. And what they did next was something they've never done in old school before, which is a rollback. Now if you played back in the day, back in RS2, they did perform a few rollbacks when there would be some game breaking bugs. So what they did was roll back everyone's save games to the time of the update, so 11:30 AM BST-ish, and the update had only been live for about 20 minutes, so you didn't lose a lot of progress. I personally hadn't logged on then because I was still planning this video, so it didn't affect me. I'm still standing here female because I'm checking the holy sandals because they're meant to increase in size, but we'll get to that later. So yes, they rolled everyone back, so people who had max cash stacks obviously didn't get max cash stacks anymore, so the glitch or bug hasn't done any damage to the economy at all, other than a select few people who got max cash stacks and then decided to abuse it by going to the GE, buying bonds, knowing that the game would get rolled back, and bought bonds and then redeemed them because your membership wouldn't get rolled back. So they did that. But if you are one of those people, then Jageyosaurus are looking out for you. They're going to revert any membership getting in this illegitimate way and giving those people a temporary ban. And OSRS was offline for like 5 hours and 20 minutes-ish. So I've been just sitting here for 5 and a bit hours waiting to record this video because I couldn't log into the game till now. I can click a link in the description to see some guy who's getting this glitch done to him. So he kills someone and he picks up a pile of coins thinking it's just going to be 60k, and bam, it was max cash stack with he has an appropriate reaction. I would have reacted probably about the same. Also, if you did log in after the update but you can't log on right now, you're in a pool of a small amount of players who are like stuck in this like limbo because the rollback did something so you can't log on. But don't worry about it, Jageyosaurus are fixing that, so you should be able to log in soon TM. So if you can't log in, don't worry about it. Anyway, you can read the whole post that Jageyosaurus posted regarding the situation, linked in the description. And finally, with that out of the way, let's get on with the actual updates for this week. And we do have some mobile changes that I'll cover later in the video because I do have access. While we're here, starting with I am female because I had to check. I recorded the before and after footage. So before, apparently holy sandals have been made a tad bigger on female characters. So here's the before and after, and you can compare because I cannot see the before footage. Now let me change back to a male character. I swear if this wizard messes up my hair, I won't be happy. I want to be male, thank you. Perfect. Did he mess up my hair? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Next, we have to head to Xanaris because so the Zygomites in Xanaris and the mutated Zygomites, but I'm just going to show you the Zygomites in Xanaris. The animation to pick them has been sped up a bit, so here's before and after. So you see there's a little bit less of a weight. You can attack them a bit faster. Not that I'm going to kill it. And you might be thinking, is that a Slayer staff in your inventory? No, it is a Dramen staff. They changed the look of it because it looked exactly the same as a battle staff before, and now it looks heckin' cool. Look at that. It looks like it's actually crafted out of a branch. So yes, here's before and after. You probably know what a Dramen staff looks like. So it looked exactly like a battle staff, and now it's been changed to a unique model, and it's really cool. Nice. Next, let's head to the Xerix chambers. So if you played an Earth Buddy before, you probably won't notice anything, but the investigate has been changed to left click by default now. Before it was right click, but that was like the main option because it's how you actually access the catacombs, because you wouldn't want to read it, you want to go inside. So they changed it around so to go inside is now the left click option rather than the second option. Now I did try skipping tasks to get this task so I can show you, but I didn't get a gargoyle task. So the Gargoyle Guardians, you're just gonna have to believe me. The Grotesque Guardians, that's Dusk and Dawn, the gargoyle bosses, their HP was reduced from 600 to 450, and they also added a little unlock that you could do here somewhere. Where is it? It's here somewhere. So here you go, double trouble. So you can unlock this with a hefty 500 points. Slaying Dusk and Dawn now counts for 2 kills towards your task rather than one. So before, if you killed both of them, you'd get 1 Slayer XP drop, and it would only count as 1 kill to your Slayer task. I don't know why you would want to unlock this, because it's just like it halves the length of your task, but you can get that if you really want to. I am a prepared boy, and I planted a cactus yesterday, so let's go check if it's grown, so I can show you this next little update. We need those magic secators, of course. We need all the extra yield. I actually know if it works on cactuses. Oh well. Is it grown? Oh, I hate you. It's fully grown. So let's just check the health. Ah, perfect little jingle. So they changed the way you harvest cactus spines. So you know when you pick herbs, the higher farming level you have, the less chance you have of each time you pick a herb, the less chance that like the herb patch itself disappears, meaning that on average you'll get more herbs the higher your farming level. They've done the same thing to cactuses. So at level 55, which I believe is the minimum you need for cactuses, yes, cacti, level 55. At level 55, there's a 75 chance using a cactus's life. What this means is a cactus has X amount of lives, same with herbs, and you have a chance to get rid of one of those lives, and once it runs out of lives, it disappears, and that's when it's like fully harvested. You can't pick it anymore. And picking herbs is the same, but at a different rate. So at level 55, there's a 75% chance of using one of those lives for the cactus, and at 99, being me, there's a 30% chance. So let's see how long it lasts. And you always have a minimum chance of picking 3, or like you always pick 3 by minimum, and then you might use up lives. So I think you can tell the lives on the cactus from, yeah, you can see the physical spines on the cactus. So I've only used up 2 lives. And there's the 3rd life. So yeah, I got how. Ooh, dude, how many cactus spines did we get today? 44k worth, nice. So you always receive a minimum of 3 spines. They're basically the higher farming level, the more cactus spines you'll get on average. Next, we have to go to Gertrude, because we need to go buy a kitty. So yes, Gertrude, I'm gonna need to buy a kitten. Oh, thanks. So now if we, let me see here. Say if you talk to your kitten, you can ask, how old are you? Now, I've done quests so that I don't need a cat speak amulet, but I'm guessing you'll need a cat speak amulet to access this information. But it says age of a kitten. I've just got him, so he's 0 minutes old. And then it tells you how long until he's next, like growth form. So until he's fully adult, that's 3 hours, assuming that you keep him healthy and alive. And yeah, so that's nice, in case you need to raise a kitten for Recipe for Disaster, and you're like, oh, how long is this gonna take? Well, now you just talk to it, and you can find out. Now, while I take my new kitten, actually, what color did I get? Come here, kitty. That's an okay color. He's like sort of ginger and brown. Nice. While I take my new kitty for a walk, we're gonna go to the tree spirits to go check something. So if you have completed the tree gnome village quest, you will see that your options on the spirit trees have changed. That change is the travel option has been changed to left click rather than talk to. So because you're not going to be talking to spirit trees, because you only need to talk to spirit trees during that quest, and if you got it done, then you got no need to talk to them. So you just travel, and then bam, you can just slap any of them. I had to plant a spirit tree at Brimhaven still, and my subjects do not like me here. Now let's go to Relica. Oh wait, my house isn't in Relica anymore. Slap that Relica teleport. Now you know that kid who gives you a pet rock because you're a city sausage when you do that quest. And now there's a right click option to just get a rock. Can I have another pet rock? Sure. Thanks, man. I want to. I'm very lonely. This is Karen and this is James. So now the big change that has taken 7 months to get here. Ah, someone from the CC. Join my CC, kids. It's filling up quick. There's not enough space. Oh, that's not actually. My CC's actually going to be full soon. There's not a lot of space. I don't know why I'm running this way because we have to go to Ardy. Now, as you may already know, but I'm going to cover it anyway. The Ardy Knights. It took 7 months, but they've finally been nerfed. When I say nerfed, they really haven't been nerfed if you're a legit player. They've only been nerfed for like auto clickers. Let me explain how. First, I have to be mean and get rid of this kid. No, I can't be mean to the kitty. Let's go on into this Knight of Ardy. This house where they're trapping a Knight of Ardy. Hide those NPC options. So if we start pickpocketing the Knight of Ardy, so before you would just pickpocket him like any other normal NPC, where he would just give you coins or whatever they would give you, right? You could just click him. But now, what is this? He's giving me a coin pouch. Now the problem, the reason why they nerfed this or did this is so auto clickers couldn't just spam click here all day. Because as you can see, I have 28 pouches now, and you need to empty your coin pouches before you can continue pickpocketing. Auto clickers would carry on clicking, but now like they would actually have to click here, meaning someone either has to be at the computer or they have to be botting, which is easier to detect than auto clicking, I think. So if we open all, we got 1.4k, and then you can just start pickpocketing again. So it really doesn't affect your XP an hour like at all. You might miss 1 pickpocket every 28 pickpockets because you have to click there at some point. And they've done this to a few NPCs. I'm going to read them out right now. So NPCs which will always yield a coin pouch instead of coins are Knights of Ardy, of course, citizens, farmers, warriors and warrior women, guards, Fremniks, and paladins. So all of those will give you coin pouches now. They changed Menophites the same way, sort of. So you know blackjacking when you would knock someone out then pickpocket them. If you've knocked them out, then they won't give you a coin pouch. They'll just give you coins like they did before. But if you haven't knocked them out and you just pickpocket them when they're not knocked out, then they'll all give coin pouches. So that's how that works with all the blackjacking. They did add this change to other pickpocketing NPCs, being you just have a chance of getting a coin pouch rather than just like all the time or none of the time. These NPCs are hand members, rogues, cave goblins, bandits, that's inside the desert, watchmen, gnomes, heroes, and elves. Now you might be thinking, oh dude, I have a rogue's outfit, so I'm gonna get double the loot. Well, don't you worry, sir. Your XP won't be decreased because you'll get given one coin pouch still, but you'll also get given the same amount that you would get from that coin pouch in coins. So you still get the same amount of coin pouches now as everyone else, but you also get double the coins because that's what the rogue's outfit does. It gives you double the loot when you pickpocket. So yeah, like I said, this shouldn't affect XP an hour from Knights of Adi or anywhere else for that matter too much. Maybe a tad. Maybe hurts the AFK-ness a little bit because you can't just spam click forever. You have to actually pay attention. Now let's hop over to mobile to see what they've gone and done there. Let me just do that. So now that you can see how long my password is, let's log into mobile and we'll see a nice oh, I have to authenticate, and in we go. There we go. Yes, look at this beautiful man. So let's go over the little changes before we get to the big change. If we hit battery right there, it tells you your battery percent, saves you swiping down like that. So you hit it, then it says, so for me it says 87%, which is correct, as you can see there. But if you hit it again, it minimizes it or hides the percentage. Oh, that's a really cool feature. I didn't know that. So I didn't know this, but you can if you just highlight over this world map, you can hit minimize and the world map just hides, so it gives you like more room to do stuff. And before it didn't do this, but now it does. So what you can do is now you can activate prayers. So they activate, the quick prayers activate properly when you have the map minimized. So that's cool. Let me reactivate that though. There's so much room without it though. So let me talk to a guard real quick. I'll try not to kill him. I don't want to pickpocket him. I want to talk to him. Can't I talk to guards? Well, fine. I'll find someone else to talk to. See if I talk to this fur trader right here. Hello, sir. So now if you're on mobile, so it says tap here to continue. You can tap anywhere on the chat box, and it will continue the chat. So if you do quests on mobile or like just talk to NPCs on mobile, before you'd have to tediously click right on the click here to continue, and now you don't. You just click anywhere in the chat box and click over there, bam, and it continues the chat, which is very, very nice. But we're nearly at the best update. Don't worry, we're nearly there. But first, we just go to the bank, test this little update. Roofs are on. Head on over here, go into the bank. Now, if we try to search, so we'll type in boot. So as you can see there in the chat box, it says how many results I have, because, well, when you're on mobile, half your screen, or if you've got the numbers turned on like me, then more than half your screen is taken by the keyboard. To check if you've typoed anything, or you don't have the thing you're searching for in your bank, you would have to hit done, and then actually look at your bank, and then be like, oh, it's not there. Well, I think I typoed, so let me search again. So instead, if you typed in bops like I have, it will say 0 found. Obviously, I have boots in my bank, so I know that I've typoed, so I just type in boot, bam, 15 found. Perfect. Just what I wanted. Some graceful boots. Now, the ultimate update for mobile. Ooh, it is the beginning of a new era. So let's hit the tap here to log out. We're going to see something magical. Are you ready? Let the music kick up. Let's hit existing user. Heck, it didn't work. Okay, I'm actually sort of upset that it's not working, but basically what's happened, I just confirmed it's working for someone else, but for whatever reason it's not working for me. So if you're on mobile and you log off, the next time you log in using like the same phone on the same IP, it remembers that you were on this phone, and so when you hit log out and then I don't know, 10 minutes later you say, okay, I want to log back in now. When you hit existing user, you'll be met with this amazingly edited screen that I just put there, where you can just hit one button and it will log you straight back in, and if you need to authenticate, it will ask for that, then log you back in. But for whatever reason it's not working for me, but it does work because I asked someone else and it's working for them. But yeah, that's the really cool mobile update that I was gonna show you, but it did work. Well, anyway, that is all the updates for this week, and heck, that is all the updates this week, including the max cash stack glitch drama stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to run by a few video ideas in case you wanted it. On my defense tank, I need to do some quests, and while I'm at it, I'm just gonna imbue a berserker ring in Nightmare Zone so he can have the max gear that he can achieve. I think that makes a cool progress episode. If you want to see that, tell me. Also, another thing which would take it forever, but a lot of people would benefit from it, a Theatre of Blood guide. Maybe if I get enough support, I might do that. So let me know what you want to see in the comments. Also give me any other video ideas that you think I want to do or you want to see. Do you want to see a Theatre of Blood raid completion on mobile? I did it before when I was on a train, but I didn't record it, so it's like sort of easy, but like clicking accurately is a little bit hard. But yeah, we can do that if you want to see it. because bossing on mobile is quite doable actually, quite doable. And yeah, that is it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you in the next video, whatever that video may be.